Hello, we have the KIdzlabs Space Slide Projector, and we got this and we're going to put it together. It's a pretty simple little kids project, but my daughter CB had got this at the local museum, and it was a toy that she wanted, and it does have some choking hazards, and of course should be used under supervision for ages over 8. So for the older kids, and she's 8, so she wants to take and of course use this. So we're going to go ahead and open it up, and we're going to start by putting it together, because there's a lot of small pieces here in this thing, and it has the instructions that go with it. So we're going to go ahead and put this together. We have, of course, 2 little plastic screws. We have the base unit here, and then we have another base unit with some wires, and it holds the batteries. And then this is the top case that the slides go into. So we'll go ahead and start putting this together. We got the battery cover right here, and then the little light that we have to wire up. This is like a little science project, little electrical project that you got to put together and follow the instructions. So we're going to set all our pieces aside. We even got a little lens right here that we're going to go ahead and put together. But first things first, we do have to start by taking and reading the directions. And the directions do say that we're supposed to, of course, orientate this like so. And then we got to have these 2 little knobs sitting right here, as you can see right there. We got to have them up, and by doing so we have to put these wires through the hole right here. Not too terribly difficult. Just slide that one through, and then we slide this one through. Sort of going as we work here. I have not put this together before, so it's a first time thing. Doesn't look too terribly hard. Got to pull our plastic apart here a little bit. Get some screws out. So we're going to open up the screws and get them all out. They all look the same size, and they are the same size. Bunch of little screws though. So this is definitely a mommy, daddy, daughter, son type project. Got to have a little bit of help from mom and dad on this. But it says now that we have those through there, that we have to then take and set this down like so. And we put the screw in here. And then we tighten this screw down. And like I said, it's a pretty tiny little screw, little plastic, so you don't get too crazy with it. There we go. We got that one in, and we will get the next one going. And we get these in here. It's not very hard. You don't have to push it or shove it. It all fits in there pretty good. It's a pretty simple thing. Now we have the red wires here and the black wires here. So we have to take and do something, and that is we have to put the wires in here. Now these are not screws per se, but what you do have to do is you have to put the wires into the hole. And once you get the wires into the hole, you take this little plastic pin and you shove it in there with the wires nice and hard. Might even want to use something to push. And just the pressure is what holds these wires in place. So there's no screwing or anything like that. You just put the wires in there, and then the wires are forced to the side of the metal. If you can see the metal piece, the wires are forced against that metal piece right there with this little tiny plastic push pin. And that causes them to make contact with the actual metal conductors. So it's not really that difficult You don't have to do anything. And like I said, I use the back of my little screwdriver just to make sure I can push down hard on it, because it's hard on the thumb. So that is all you really have to do on this part of it. So we go to the next section in our directions. And I got to find out what it is, because there's a lot of different things. So the next thing we do have to do, according to the next step, is we have to put this in with the round side. There's a flat side, there's a flat side and a round side, as you can see. We want to make sure the round side is facing this way. So we just slide it right into there, as it states. There we go. It doesn't push, it just sits there. So once we get that in, then we have to take this next piece right here, and we just have to take it and slide it over. I can't really see what's going on there, but you turn it upside down now. Well, after a little bit of work, I did find the lens, so we're going to go ahead and go back and pick up where we left off, and that is putting this all together, since we do have the other lens. Yay, we found it. And I got CB here with me, she's helping, and CB is my 8-year-old daughter who this toy is for. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start putting these screws in here, because the directions say to screw these 4 screws in here. So we're going to go ahead and get these in. And see if we can't get our screwdriver to go in here deep enough. It's deeper than my screwdriver is. So now I'm going to have to figure out what to do on this here. It's not deep enough. Let's see if I can find another screwdriver. There, let's see if this one's going to work. There we go. Knew we could do it, huh? Just gotta.
Smallest screwdriver in the world.
I know, this isn't a very big screwdriver here, is it? But it'll work in a pinch.
Look at that thing go down.
There we go. We just got 4 of them to put in here. Boy, this thing should be a great projector for the science and everything, huh? Right, CB?
Yeah. It also needs batteries too.
Yeah, it needs some batteries, but we'll get those. We just got to put everything together here first. Do we have batteries? What kind of batteries does it take?
I really don't know.
Is it the big ones?
It's small ones.
It takes the AAA batteries.
And these are AAA.
All right. So we got that all figured out.
AAA batteries.
Let's see. Do we got this thing together? Yes, we do have it together. So we're going to go ahead and, of course, do the next step. In the next step, we have 2 halves right here that we have to put together. Now, what we have to do is we have to fit it over top of this. So what we do is we take it and, of course, put it up underneath here, like they said. And then we have to do the other side. So we have to put the lens in here, And they say to hold the lens like this and slide it in here like so. And then you take the other one and you slide it together. And it should look like this when you're done. Now the problem is you can't put it together this way, so you have to pull it back apart and you have to take it, and they say hold it up this way, turn it this way, and then put it together like so. And it should turn, and it does. There, so we got that done. Now we have to put these screws in here. And again, we slide the screw into that side right there. And then once we get a screw in here, we use a big screwdriver, the nice one again. That should help hold everything together. And then we can go ahead and put all the other screws in, right? So we can screw all these together.
I mean, like that, other screwdrivers, like it's like the tiniest one I've ever seen.
Did we check to make sure the lens? Oh, the lens is right there. We did all right, didn't we? Always want to check what you're doing. Because if you don't check, what happens?
It may be wrong.
May be wrong. Well, we're going to get this. You know what? I hope it works. By the time we get all this together, we haven't checked the batteries or anything, but we're going to hope that it works, right?
Yeah, and it said like AAA right there.
AAA batteries. So.
And these are AAA, and there's only one AAA hanging sideways up there.
Okay, now that we got these in here, we test it, and it turns perfect, so we can adjust the focus. That is great. Now what we have to do is they say we have to put the batteries in. So you gonna put the batteries in, CB? Gonna get them in right? There we go. One more battery. Now what do we do? How do we know if it works?
Dad, we need this.
Hey, look at that. Yes, see? It works.
We need.
So now we have to go ahead and we got to put this cover on, right?
Yes.
So we slide the cover in here and we put one screw in the cover. Now we got a screw left over. I guess they gave us an extra screw because we've put screws in all 4 of the locations. So there's 8 locations and then the part. So I'm guessing they gave us an extra screw. And this is what? This says here on the directions that we should slide this in here. And then we can set it up and we can have it down low or we can have it at an angle. And then we can adjust our screen to do what we want to do. So we can now take and use this. So what we have is we have these right here. And we can project these onto the wall, right?
And the ceiling.
And the ceiling. We could even shoot it up to the ceiling so it goes straight up. And then we can see the moon on the ceiling, right?
Or we could see the Milky Way.
We got all sorts of things. We got Milky Way, we got the shuttle, we got the
different
galaxies and everything. So what it does is it says we're supposed to take and turn it on, and we're supposed to slide the slides in here. Let's see how we can open these. We have to open these somehow. It just so happens I'm a daddy and I have a knife, so I can slice this along the edge. There we go. And now we can get these out. Super easy. So daddies have knives, right?
Yep.
Okay, now what you do is you just take and you work these free. These little pieces right here. Right?
I want to project this blue galaxy.
You want to project the blue galaxy, but we're going to test it. This is the robot. Yes, this is the Mars rover. And what it says you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take and
put it upside down.
Put it upside down. It looks upside down when you put it in, but when you put it in, it's going to be upside right. Because if you put it this way, it won't work. Look, see? It doesn't show the whole picture. But if you put it in this way, then you can see the whole thing. So what we're going to do is turn the light on, and we can see. Turn the lights off, sweetheart.
Okay, we need to turn off all the lights. Operation.
Turn off all the lights. There we go. And let's see if we can get the picture up here.
Whoa, space robot.
Wow, we can see all sorts of stuff here. Let's show everybody else what this looks like. Well, that's the Milky Way.
No, actually, that isn't the Milky Way. That's another galaxy.
That's a galaxy. Okay, so we're going to take that one out, and we're going to put another one in. And that's the Milky Way?
Yeah.
All right, that's the Milky Way. And then we're going to put another one in. What is this one?
This one is Saturn.
Saturn, yay!
Yay for Saturn.
And what is this one?
Let's find out. Ooh, rocket ship.
That's the space shuttle, right?
Yeah, the space shuttle.
We got our own little slideshow going on here. Look at this. What is that?
Oh my goodness.
Is that Space Lab?
Oh my goodness, that's the space lab.
All right.
The space lab.
What else do we got?
Is this the last slide?
Nope, I got a few more.
Ooh.
What is that?
I have no idea.
That's the moon.
Oh my goodness, it's the moon.
It's the moon.
Let's see if the Earth is next.
No, I don't think we got the Earth, do we? What's that?
Oh, it's an astronaut. It's right in front of you.
And what's this one?
This one is Earth.
Earth, yay!
Earth was last.
We got Earth. And then what else do we have here?
It's another. It's all the planet.
That's the whole solar system, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what is this one? Wow.
Whoa.
That's when they landed on the moon, right?
Yeah. Look at that astronaut.
There we go.
A giant pack.
That's because he can't breathe up there. He has to have his own air with him. What's that?
Oh my goodness.
The Mars rover.
The Mars rover.
And last but not least, what's that?
Oh my goodness.
That's the moon rover with the astronaut on it. Yay!
It's like his own little car in space.
We're done. It all works. That's it. You saw the slides. Pretty simple little device. Got the on-off switch on the back. You can set it up either height you want for whatever you're going to be doing. And of course, you have all your little slides that you can slide into it. So these little pictures are fun. It's nice to make your own little slideshow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now we can have fun at night. And we also have the directions, so don't forget to read the directions. And again, this is your KIdzlabs. Yes, your little toy you can put together. A little fun with daddy and daughter today.
Yes.
Having a great time, right?
Yeah, and there's this leftover screw still.
Yep, we have one extra screw, and I know we used all the parts we needed to use. So they apparently give you one because they're small. You might lose them. But this is the KIdzlabs. All right. You all have a great day. And what do you say, CB?
See you.
See you. Bye-bye.